fried, juicy looking breast swings, thick thighs. You want my dick? Deep fried, juicy looking breast swings. I'm like if a hillbilly hick was a big booty bitch wearing a little femme fit with witchy ass shit. Born a South Florida man, I'm a Palm Beach chick, but I was raised in Kentucky, a moonshine drink. Too many Ku Klux Kardashians, cooch got that rash again. Oops, can't stop scratching and fuck that shit's viral. Christ stand up after my COVID for catalyst, go anger contraceptives. KFC Santeria, I need my GM, Oz I'ma eat 'em. Cantilla PM, S no vaina. I'm doing KFC Santeria, I'm doing KFC Santeria. I need my GM, Oz I'ma eat 'em. Cantilla PM, S no vaina. I'm doing KFC Santeria. Deep fried, juicy looking breast swings, thick thighs. You want my dick? Deep fried, juicy looking breast swings. So faggy, fucking gay. Wanna get my nails did. New anime chain on my waist, I'm wee bitch. My Virgo moon green and Sabi tweaking. Princess Mononoke with not sheepskin. My catch screaming down with the empire fool. Out with the up, bring the news. Say that I blaze in flames. I'm a sage of a cool. Red head sitting them loose. Pentecostal power like poof. They feel the Holy Ghost on me. KFC Santeria, I need my GM, Oz I'ma eat 'em. Cantilla PM, S no vaina. I'm doing KFC Santeria, I'm doing KFC Santeria. I need my GM, Oz I'ma eat 'em. Cantilla PM, S no vaina. I'm doing KFC Santeria. Yeah, deep fried, juicy looking breast swings, thick thighs. You want my dick? Deep fried, juicy looking. Everybody wants some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome to Church Lounge. I'm Michael.
I'm Mark.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, guys.
Hey, Mike, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So if you guys don't know, we just got back from our luxurious tour, we call it. we were gone for a while. We were at the Womp and also at Shambhala. So we were playing.
And Vibes Town as well.
And Vibes Town too as well.
Yes.
So we were there. But yeah, we're just getting back and we want to get back into the groove of things. So
sorry we were gone for a while. So when we're gone for a while, like we have so much going on. So with dancing, choreography, and with music, and so we kind of the research takes a little bit of a back seat. So now we're back fully to attention here to this. So really happy to be back and happy to give you some more, more luxurious.
We missed you guys so much, and just to let you know, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also definitely send us messages. We are live, so if you want to message us, we definitely will answer you live. If we don't reach you while we're off the air, we can still respond back to you. So definitely.
And also remember, if to donate, you can just share the content. That's like the most energetic, free way of showing your support for us. So we really appreciate that a lot.
Yes, we do. So
yeah.
Without further ado, let's get into we'll go into some topics, and we'll also tell you about how our trip went as well. So
yes, I think we should start off first. We're talking about like our the festivals, different types of festivals we went to, kind of like the our feel for each one, and there's like a local festival and a bigger festival, like how how it feels to go.
So Mike, do you want to talk? Because I actually, so our group, there's us, and I actually did not get a chance to go to Vibes Town. So Mike, do you want to kind of start off where you the first festival?
Absolutely. So we went to Vibes Town. It's a really, really good festival. These are all I think near Evansburg, not too far from there. But so Vibes Town was a really, really good festival. It's a kind of a grassroots one. I've been involved since the beginning. I think they first asked me for the first year. I didn't, because I wanted to see what the festival was about first. I think in the very, very first year of it, they're trying to figure out what they want the festival to feel like and what to be. But now I feel like as the years have progressed, it's really, and we've been DJing at it, it's been cultivated into a very, very nice festival in terms of like it's very more intentional. So those who were into yoga or into self-development or you're into to just being fit and being like understanding what you can do to protect your mental health, it's a really great festival. So you have times for that during the day, then at night you have the music aspect, which is more like having fun and do the opposite. So you need the mental health next. Okay, I'm joking. Next day.
No,
but yeah.
We do want to shout out. We do want to shout out the people creators. They're so sweet.
Galloway, yes, so South Africa, they're very great. Like if you have them, they're very talented.
super,
very sweet,
very
little,
lovely.
like just like really good hearts, really good hearts.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love you guys. You hear us. We honestly, we're huge fans, and we're honored to just be part of this festival. Also, if you guys get a chance, please support them. Like if you ever get a chance to check it out, go out to Vibes Fest. Like especially if you're Vibes Town. Sorry, if you
Yeah.
if you do are you the type of person who actually likes music and also wants that spiritual aspect connection? That's
It's great. It's great. I involved because I also want to give a shout out to Frequency and Synchronicity because my friends, my good friends, because they're the ones who actually got me us involved in that. So yeah, and they're Reiki healers, so they're really cool. Reiki people, so they're really good. So the Feel Good Festival, like I told you, is kind of more of a grassroots festival. There's 2 stages. There's the main stage, it's kind of like this really nice, big, elaborate stage. Yeah, it's it's very dialed in terms of how the stage looks and the aesthetic of the stage. And there's a mini stage, it's kind of more for like the people who like want to do live music or sing or like that's kind of like the other stage, right? So yeah, it's fun. I think from what I saw, it seems like it has the ability to expand very big. There's a lot of paths and a lot of different things. If they wanted to expand festival, they really could go pretty big with it.
So you're saying there's room for growth. You're saying
there's room for growth. Yeah. I think there's room for, and I also think there's room for I don't know, more variety. I think it's good. I think now it's good, but I think also it's good. It's a good festival. So if you guys have opportunity to go to, I would say it's actually a really good one to go to, especially if you're tired of kind of just being berated with a lot of music, a lot of like too much energy, and what do you call it? What do you call it when you're stimulated? Overstimulation is a good place to go to kind of like relax and to wind down. Yeah.
So let's talk about. So now that we talk, and again, we shout out to Vibes Town. Definitely, as I said, support them. Check out their website. You get a chance. You can Google search Vibes Town to find it.
I think what I was looking for was sensory overload. Sensory overload is a good place to relax and enjoy music. Yeah. Sweet. So Mark, why don't you tell me about because you able to go to WOMP this year with us? So I know you went to the WOMP like a few years back, and now you've gone recently. So I want you to first talk about what the WOMP is, and kind of who do you know who we started and stuff, and also can you talk about what you saw that there was a big change from that, and also the stages and the vibe.
Yeah, I can tell you. Well, the WOMP is a festival started by our really good friends that we've known for a while, and it's also Michael knows the owners of the farm, right? You know the owners,
Josh and Cody. Well, we were on it. Josh, Cody,
Frankie, John, and Frank. So yeah, they were on it. So I can tell you.
Tommy too.
Yeah, but just as a understanding, like it's a niche festival now, but I've seen it grow. So at the last 2, I didn't go last year, but I went 2 years each year the last couple years. So I can tell you just by the experience of this festival is I can feel that it's going to be a way bigger festival. You can just feel the energy. People are just very friendly. I can say that the vibe there is very much whatever you want to hear is there. So there's they do have a lot of I feel like it's a grassroots kind of starting where they have house and dubstep and bass music and drum and bass. So honestly, I feel like it's definitely well connected. Everyone's it's almost like coming to see your family at a family function. Everyone's so friendly. Everyone knows each other, so it's very connected. I would say that also it's very close to where Michael lives, so it's an hour away from Edmonton. So a lot of people, Edmontonians, are there. So most people who are there, they go, or even Calgary, they'll come as well. And also, I'd say that my overall experience is very positive. I'd say that we actually camped with Adriana and Frank, which are, if you guys don't know, the Monkey Twerk, which is our brother, group. We love shout out to Adriana and Frank. We know we love you guys so much. And just this experience is great because meeting other artists and being able to connect with everyone else. And not just that, but also just having the space to just go to different places. For example, after the festival's over, they had little small stages where you see people get together in their trailers and play music and get together. It's a really cool, I would say before it gets too big, I'd say you should check it out. But even if it does get big, I feel like it's still going to be amazing anyway.
Yeah.
But you should check it out now before it goes to the stratosphere, because it's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah. So I guess I'll talk a little bit aspects about it in terms of the stages, in terms of.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I go to say so stages. So yeah, stages as far as that. There are 3 stages. There's the dollhouse, there's the pyramid, and there's a castle. So we performed at the dollhouse. So our very first year we performed at the pyramid. It was the only stage at first there. It was the very in the front, but they moved it now to another area where it's funny. The old pyramid now is just it's kind of the sound and lighting for the bigger pyramid they created, which is like a huge Aztec shaped pyramid, and it has projection lights over it. So it looks very like almost projection is so good. It looks like almost like it's LED. It's that good looking. So, and then the dollhouse is pretty much that's where we've been performing the last couple of years, because the newer stage is, if you think about like a Mattel dollhouse, it's just a big, house.
Yeah,
it has 2 floors. The downstairs DJ floor, the upstairs has 2 rooms, and pretty much you can dance in those 2 rooms. There's like little displays and stuff you can. So, yeah, it was amazing playing there. And there's also the castle, and the castle has these huge big towers, and they have like in the middle there's a little there's a DJ set booth, but also this year they had fire spinners at the very top of the castle, which is pretty cool. So through the mash, and you can see them like throwing fire. It's pretty neat. So yeah, I say it's a great experience stages are great, and they're not that far from each other. You can follow one path and go around and go to each stage.
Yeah. I think the great thing about this festival is like, proximity to where your tent is not that far, but also the music's not so invasive that you can't sleep, right? I think that was really, really powerful. Also, I think what's really great with this festival was that, when we're camping, we're camping, with our people, with our mentors and stuff, we kind of get to have camaraderie and talk about the industry and things that common things we go through, and catch up, because a lot of us we're traveling a lot from different places. So to have one year, we always come back together, and it feels like a reunion every time, which is great, right? Yeah, and that festival has potential to really, really grow.
Yeah.
I think if you went to Astral Harvest back in the day, it gives you that kind of feel of like how big it could actually be. Astral Harvest was really big back in the day. So
like I would say, give it 2 years, I'm pretty sure you'll see it get.
Yeah.
Sure.
I all the local ones that to me that seems to be the best all the local ones. So yeah, so shout out to Frank and Adriana. We love you guys so much. You want to what's the next one? What's the next festival one?
The biggest one, Shambhala. So Mike, do you want to talk about, because actually I got there on Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon, but Michael was there since Sunday, right? Or Monday, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So can you talk about your experience of getting camp set up and all the things? Because we could do behind this stuff. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that we do, especially as an artist. So I'll tell you a bit more about that.
So this year I actually worked the actual festival, which was great. So typically if we normally as artists, when we come in, we would just do our set, and we would, but working, I mean, it's like, you have to do your job, and then you have to make sure all, everyone else in your camp is good, and then we have, we're artists ourselves. So then we have our own set, our own dancing. We also got a chance to actually dance with other artists, for other artists, which is really cool too. I think the difference is when you first get there, it's not a lot of people. So basically, the festival is kind of very empty. So you get a chance to actually see the actual grounds fully, because it becomes a city. It literally becomes a huge city once everyone's there. So you don't really get a chance to actually see the landscape, because there's so many tents and stuff. But when it's not, like, to be able to walk around and kind of see how, see the energy start to build, it's really cool. Everyone's too excited, and people in the staff, everyone wants you. They're ready to create that energy in that space for everyone to come have a good time, right? So I think that's the difference. You don't really see how hard people actually work to actually make that festival. It takes a lot of people, it takes a lot of direction, it takes a lot of smart, hired people who actually put a lot of effort and heart into making the festival what it is. And we have to give shout outs to Sarah and Hula.
Yes.
And to all the other staff and all the other stages too, because these generations of artists who've been around for a while, who know music so well, and they're definitely the creators, and they also they preserve that energy to create a space that it can be as big as it is and still have that same feeling of like a small loving environment.
So
What do you think?
let's take a pause right here for a second. I want Michael, since Michael brought it up. Let's shout out to all the security, to all the people,
Oh yeah,
builders, all the managers. We want to shout you guys out, and if you can,
everybody, yeah.
Leave a heart in the chat. We just want to send thanks for you because
Yeah.
we understand how hard it is. A lot of people don't see what you do. We so appreciate you so much.
Yeah, like people understand, like like people come in, like they have to like make the ground pristine for you to be there, and also because it's an actual farm too, so they have to, when it's done, they have to make sure that everything that's left behind has to be picked up and taken. Like, they do everything they can to make sure that it's completely beautified and make sure that there's like nothing left, so that when the animals come back in there, that they don't get sick or get hurt, right? So it takes a lot of energy. So yeah, really, if you don't understand, like, you really need to show a lot of appreciation to people who actually make that festival work, because it takes a lot of people to make it work. Yeah.
And I do want to say too that let's talk a bit about what we bring to the festival. So Michael, let's talk about the things that Luxurious brings the most: costumes. So Michael, I want to know how for you, when you bring your outfits, how many outfits do you plan for, and also what's your thought process of setting things up? I'm curious.
Oh, I think like what comes for thought process, I always think of like a theme, right? So, and I think most people do think in their camps too, right? So, but with artists, just like dancers, you have to think about it as being functional, right? So, most camps they'll do a Christmas theme where everybody wears Christmas outfits, or they'll do like they'll do I don't know, some sort of like TV show theme or something, which is really cool too. But for us this year, we did a theme was more like a woodland deity kind of theme, which is like with big masks and feathers and what else, and leather, and we wanted to look very, very I don't know, tribal, but also not going beyond if you're going beyond taking too much from one culture, right? So kind of a ambiguous tribal feel, right? So yeah, that was our theme, because we played in the rabbit hole, right? Which like almost like it's a secret stage at Shambhala, which we'll go into stages too. Actually, I know we'll talk about each stage, so you understand the stages and understand like the vibe and feel of them. Yeah, so we played at the rabbit hole. Yeah. So it's very like it feels like a nightclub almost, but in the woods. So we wanted to feel.
Before you touch too much on the stages yet, because we're still going to stay on costumes for a little bit. Yeah. I want to ask you. So, like, for example, I think what you guys don't know, especially with costume stuff, is that me and Mike, we prep for this almost like a year in advance. We talk about what our themes are. We also put preparation in what we buy, and also what we want to create and the look we put together. So like for us, we want to also, like Michael was saying, we want to streamline cohesiveness of our group, so we're a group. So
right. Like, but it doesn't have to be the exact same looking, but we want the thread, the theme to always remain the same, right? That's what I learned a lot from my friend Avery. That's like, you don't have to have the exact same thing, but you have a thread of the same thing, so that it ties everything together, right? Let me ask you, Mark. So you're traveling abroad a lot. So when you're bringing do you have to take special precaution when you're bringing your costumes and things because you're flying, right?
I do. So what I typically do is now I have new luggage, but which I shout out to this company. I found this new luggage place. We're not sponsored by them, but it's amazing. It's beautiful. But anyway, I always get great luggage for sure to carry my things in. I pre-package my things in plastic, especially like when it comes to my furs, anything I bring with me, so that I don't have to really worry about it being lost or it being to damage. A lot of times, especially if I'm coming from the States going to Canada, a lot of times your stuff can get damaged if you don't protect it. So I'd say like definitely invest yourself into some bubble wrap or some wrap to put your things in.
Also, I think was really important, just FYI, what I always do, because being especially either person who's like create a space for the costume stuff, it's good to bring a sewing kit, some super glue, scissors, tape, because those are so like you don't think you need them, but trust me, something always needs to be sewed, something always needs to be taped, something always needs to be glued, and some breaks, right? So it's good to have an emergency kit, and also just having if you're a performer, having band-aids, having things in case you hurt yourself or fall off stage or bruise yourself or or cut yourself. You need something to protect yourself.
For sure, medicine for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so I think we should go into. I'm going to ask you. So we'll go into the stages. I'll name a stage, Mark, and you'll talk. I want you to give me the vibe of the stage,
Sure.
the kind of people who go to it, and your overall feel for the stage. Okay. So we'll start with our favorite because we're always going to be biased, so we're always start with our favorite, which is living room. So
Yeah.
give the audience like what's the vibe of the living room, what's like the people.
Sure. So the living room, it has a beachy vibe since it's actually near the river. It's at the base of Salmo River or at the the back of Salmo River. So there's sand. So there's a lot of most times you'll see people laying out there on the rocks, listening to the music from the other side of the fence there. However, the vibe is very house. There's house. There's like electronic music. There's even like electronic country music. There's also there's some drum and bass. There's some, I'd say,
international music too. International.
And to me, I feel like the living room it culminates so many different genres, but it's all electronic. It's funny that we're a part of their crew because we actually embody that in our music too. So we kind of bring it all together. Yeah. So I would say, like, for example, I know our other member Brent, he would say the same thing, that Brent will go, also I see Brent saying techno as well. So yeah, but Brent will go different stages, but we always end up coming back to living room because it's always something where it's like your home. It's like you're listening to music that doesn't just resonate with your ears, but with your spirit and your soul. Like it's a connection there that we so much. So yeah.
Yeah. I would say living room for sure because like again I feel like out of all the stages it has the more international sound. It's more I think it's more experimental in terms of different types of music. I feel like those stages they're good too, they're amazing what they do too, but they kind of stick to kind of the same kind of archetype. But when it comes to living room, it's like if you want to hear something you never heard before, or you want to hear something that like that's not going to like bust your eardrums, make you feel like overstimulated, it's a great place to go to just experience music in its most raw form. I think it's a great place to go.
And I would say because we camp so close to the stage there, we always hear it, especially in the morning time, we hear the music. It is so good. It's always, even the nighttime, daytime, I feel like it's just the perfect place to be if you want to just either you want to relax or have a little dance battle, which I do.
Or you have shade. I was just saying general stuff.
I mean, that's right. This is actually where I met our video editor Lee at a dance battle that I beat him in. So he can't talk right now.
Oh yes, I can. And yes, you did. You definitely beat me. That was for sure. But if you don't remember your face after I walked right up to you and said, "Listen, man, I love the way you dance." What did I say after
that? What do you mean? What did you say about?
Redacted. It's redacted.
Redacted. But no. But honestly, like, amazing people. Like, honestly, like, also shout out to the crew. The crew there every year, they're amazing. Like, honestly, we can't thank you guys enough for the things you do for us. Honestly,
yeah. Also, shout out to all the green room staff for every stage. I mean, like again, like I said, there's so many things are happening behind the scenes that you don't see. That I think like we need to give respect and give honor to those people because they create space for us.
And Brent, I see the shade. I see your shade, Brendy.
Brent's for shade.
I see the shade, Brent. I see.
Okay, but anyway, let's go to the next stage. So we're going to talk about the amp. I'll start off. I'll do the amp.
Sure.
The amp is very very much. I'll say it's more. It's more of a new age kind of music, more for younger generation, kind of like more a little bit harder style music.
Yeah.
I'll say it's a bit of a step up from. I don't know. It's just it's a different sound. It's a different sound. I would say. How it's more like the Librarian. You have Matt the Alien. Those are like who very frequent there. This time we got to see
Great Day, and Troy Boy.
Phenomenal. We know that
yeah.
Troy Boy, like that kind of like it's really good. Like kind of like you like that. It's kind of like when you go to the club before you want to kind of hear music to go out. That's kind of music you would hear there. It used to have a big, huge tarp over it. It doesn't anymore. So it gets very hot there. So I would say if you're going to stage, an umbrella would be really good to have. I'm got a lot of water.
Can I interject for a moment?
Yeah, of course.
So I would say, like, for example, it has a gravel pit kind of in the so it kind of gives me the gravel pit kind of describe as a descriptor of it. It has a little rough edge, a little bit of a rough edge to it, where it has like you can hear what you want. I mean, it's pretty. I felt it's very like harder electronic music, harder like you're saying, like you know, bassier music. So I was like, for example, times they do sound checks. It was between the amp and Pagoda. They're so loud you can't tell which one because the bass goes off so loud. So yeah,
he used to call the rock pit. He used to call the rock pit back in the day when it first started. Yeah, that's right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say, yeah. Again, it's more for younger crowds. It's good. It's really good. Yeah, I think there's not much more. Is there anything else you want to say about the
most part? If you guys know, I mean, most people don't. They actually have moved. There's a new Riverside kind of side stage that they took that over the tarp over it and they moved it to another area. Where his own stage now.
But also, we've got to talk about in the living room. We talked about the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is like the secret stage in the living room. So that's where we played. So that one's more of a intimate setting. It's more like a think about being in a nightclub or you're going to like a if you were in Nelson's nightclub, that would be the exact nail on the head. That's what kind of music you would hear. If you're a person from Nelson, you know what I'm talking about. Like it's very, very melodic, very
loungy, very loungy.
Very loungy. It's a great place. But you have conversation, or you can interact on the dance floor a lot, and you can still dance, right? Where I feel like when you go to the amp, there's not a lot of talking. It's more like dancing because the music is so intense. You can't really. It's hard to hold a conversation when the music is more. It's more intense. But it's good.
If I had a scripture, I would call it something like the living room afties, like the afty part.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about because the amp doesn't have a secret stage, but we will go into the next one, which is the Pagoda.
Pagoda, yes. So Pagoda, if you don't know, it's actually what it's described. It's a huge pagoda. That's it's a what is it? Is it? I want to say, is it 16? How high is it, Mike? For how high it is?
It's pretty tall. It's pretty big.
Is it maybe it's a lot of tiers on it. But however, at the top of the tiers there are shade paneling where dancers are on, so they dance, and also inside there's a bar in the middle of it in the back. But there's also at the base of the stage, that's where you see the DJs play and everyone gets on stage and performs. It's a really great stage. It's for the harder techno people, for like Rez and like who else played there? Average Citizens played there this year, I think.
Yes.
Like that played there. So it's a very they kind of go. It's a harder, faster BPM. I would say. I
also think it's more like kind of. I'm not gonna say it's a good or bad thing, but like if you like top 40 like EDM music, that's kind of the music you hear there. It's kind of like the more popular, like I know some people like that. But I typically like. We typically like the underground, like the not so known. But if you like stuff you would hear like on the radio or at a big EDM like specific concert, then that's kind of what you hear at Pagoda.
It's definitely a rave. It's like a total raver. Like it's just the hardcore ravers. If you want to dance and you want to like do some footwork, that's where you go. If you want to dance hard and get some
But it does get very crowded. So if to describe this, there's these huge fences around the border of it, and there's like probably 3 or 4 big entrances. But when it gets really packed in there, it gets really packed in there, really packed. Mm-hmm. What's really cool about it is like it's basically a just pure white pagoda, and they project the graphics onto the pagoda, which is amazing. They also have these screens where you can dance behind the screens. You see shadow dancing and stuff, which is really cool.
It's pretty dope. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. See, okay. About the secret stage of the pagoda.
So if you follow the fence on the left side of this, if you're facing pagoda, and on the you go to turn left, and you touch the fence on the right side and follow it down, you actually find a secret stage.
Yeah, it's called Ikagarmuri.
Ikigori is
Ikigori. That's what, yeah. I think it's called.
It's Itadori or something like that. But anyway,
so we butcher it, but it's a really cool stage. So it's basically like a narrow walkway of fences you go through, and then it ends up being this big huge area where it's like a private club. I love that. It's like very intimate setting. It's very small, but the music that's played there is actually very good. How would you describe the music there?
I would say the music. Actually, we heard when we went there because you saw one of our really. We actually met a new friend, a new DJ there that we met.
Flip.
Yeah, Flip. So he played some really good Michael Jackson. He played some really good Michael Jackson like off the wall album music. It was so good. Like, and it was honestly like I'd say it's a mixture of old and a little bit of new all together.
Yeah.
But again, it's more of an '80s feel. It's almost like this. It's almost like the rabbit hole of Pagoda. It's a very smaller, more intimate setting. You can relax a bit better. You can have a conversation because you can hear better. It's a nice area. And it's all covered in wood, so it's very like
yeah. And it feels like it has a very Japanese feel to it because it looks very like green and lush and very quaint and quiet and small space. It's very nice. So we try to get going a little faster. So let's talk about the village. The village.
Okay, village. It's very open. It's definitely a wooded area. I always that village. Mike, how would you describe the whole overall feeling of the village?
Very woodsy, very kind of like it's more trees, but actually a lot of space. Open space.
How about the music? What do you think music?
The music's very I would say it's harder, like a bit more of a what do you think?
Yeah, it is hard. As you heard, I remember saying bring earplugs. Yes, it is.
It gets very loud. Yeah, it gets very loud.
You'll regret it because it is so loud in there. Yeah. A lot of times you don't go there to have a conversation. Absolutely not. You go there just to dance and hear music. And sometimes it does get muddy there too when it rains. So be careful. I would say that area. But other than that, it does get crowded pretty quickly there. We pop in and out of the village. I'd say that's probably the villages, maybe the lesser ones we go to. Them, I'd say, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Go to the most.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah. So, but yeah, good music, a very dubstep. Yep, there's a picture of it there. Lots of lights. Yep, a lot of people. And you'll see a lot of totems there too as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And let's go to what's the next stage? The Grove.
The Grove. Yeah. So
the Grove. Yeah.
It's a more woodland. They just rebuilt the stage, so it's way bigger than it was before.
I think it's more of this one's more of a heavier bass, kind of a lower, it's not so
tonal.
It's kind of I want to say it's not as intense. It's kind of like if you want something. The living room and the Grove are very comparable in terms of like the sound. I think with the Grove, it's more bass music. It's more bass music
for sure. But yeah, so it is more bass music. I would say that it's especially in the beginning when they open it, they have a whole ceremony where they pay tribute to the grounds there and also the animals and the creature and just the living environment, which I think is pretty cool. And they also have performers that perform on stage as well there. I would say like Grove is pretty. I'd say between living room and the Grove, that's where I like to kind of go bounce back and forth from. You know, they are way far away from each other, but I think for me that the vibe is more spiritual, more naturally connected. Yeah. So Flying Lotus played there, which was amazing, and so did Channel Trace. So good. These people were amazing. My God, like
very very good, very
great
good.
Music, great vibes. Like I don't think there's one bad thing I can say about that stage. Yeah.
There's the Sea Garden. Sea Garden, it kind of falls in suit with the Grove, same type of music. But I think I say it's a lower, like almost a lower, more frequent. It's not as heavy. It's not as like I think it's even more melodic, even more kind of like slowed down a bit. I think at that because it's kind of hidden tucked right behind the stage, right?
I would say it's the hidden gem of the Grove, and I would say like if you get a chance on Sunday nights, the last night, I'll go back there. It's always the music is always fun on Sunday night. It's always good.
Yeah. Do you get all stages? I feel like we're missing a stage. Do you get all stages or we're missing one?
We got them all. I think we get them all, right?
Do you get them all? I think we got them all. I think. Where were we, Lee? Where were we Sunday? We went to that last stage. Fractal. That's it. Fractal. Yes, the Fractal. That's about the Fractal. So Fractal, yeah, I knew. So they have a I like their they have is it Sunday or Saturday? They kind of groovy music they play.
Yeah, during Sundays, I don't do disco, which is pretty fun. I'd say like
Yeah.
Fractal is kind of a culmination of the Village and Pagoda, kind of, right? Making
Yeah,
sure
but I think it's more like it's more funk. It's way more funk. Way more funk music played there. Than I think at all stages, it's funk's played more there than anywhere else. Period. Right.
sure.
Really cool. I think the people who run it are pretty dope. Yeah, it's a good place to be. Like if you like visually stimulated, like because they do the mapping in the trees, and so many things that are hanging up in the trees that you get you get a lot of visuals, a lot of art.
Yes, that's
Right,
awesome.
Yes. I think that's about it. Yep.
So, that's
So
it. Be all the same.
overall, Mark, how was your Shambhala experience?
I would say it was really great. I had a really great experience. I'd say that I think, but part of my experience is based upon the family and the people I'm around. Like my brother. I mean, for my brother, Brent, like people like Sarah, Hula, other people in our camp. If I forget your names, I'm not trying to charge my brain, but I honestly,
CJ Mark.
yeah, for sure. CJ, Marianne. Yes, Lauren, all of them, all of Meow Mix, all
the
of
dancers, the hoop aerialists. That's amazing.
Everyone. I mean, honestly, everyone you can think of. Like honestly, like even the people working VIP, like who else? Just everyone. Like I'd say, like you guys honestly make our experience always great, and I feel like to me, it always it brings you in the mindset of wanting to contribute and give back and help and do something too. So I feel like
also we need to shout out to the owners of the whole festival too, like Jimmy, and his beautiful wife. They're like so phenomenal. Like they always make an effort to come and find us and see us, and I really appreciate. We as a group appreciate them so much.
Me too.
And I also say too. And when I hear people say it's weird, randomly, an off chance you're supposed to say they don't like Shambhala, it's like when you ask them why. And you ask them what their experience was, typically they'll tell you they went by themselves, they didn't connect to anything, or then I think it's really important that you have a crew of people that you love, that you really trust. It's important that you have an attention of what you what you expect to see and hear. I feel like if you come, I think that makes your festival a little bit better because you kind of know what to expect and what to see. But I think you come in with not having any connection at all and having any, it can be very daunting because it's such a large festival, right? So there's so much going on all the time. There's renegade stages. There's always parties going on constantly. There's always things happening behind the scenes. So it's really important that if you go, even like join the there's the Facebook group that you can even before where you can actually start talking to people and get to know what kind of vibe, kind of people are going to the festival, right?
Yeah, there's a Shambhala group. There's a Farmally group. Yeah, just join those groups that they really help to kind of cultivate your experience. They help to actually give you and they also give you like a lot of different cool tips and ideas for your trip. So yeah.
Yay. So to do it, so that was our festivals in a wrap. So it was really, really good. We danced. Our performance, we did a good job. Our performance, we danced. We did a good job. We had a good time. But do you want to go into the news?
Yeah. Do you want to take a quick break before we go into news though?
Yes, let's take a quick little break. Let's take a small little break, and we'll jump right into the news. Okay.
We are back.
Okay, cool. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi guys, we're back.
Yeah, so we'll go right to our stories. I'll start off first if you don't mind, bros. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So start with Air Canada. Flights to resume after being told to end strike. So it's been a big strike. We didn't know dealing with Air Canada. Flight attendants are calling for higher salaries and to be paid for work when aircrafts are on the ground. The strike took effect at 12:58 on Saturday. Through Air Canada began scaling back its operations before then. Air Canada said it had suspended all flights, including those under budget arm Air Canada Rogue, for the duration of the strike, and advised affected customers not to travel to the airport unless with a different airline. Yeah, so also the employees are upset because their union is trying to negotiate and compromise and actually end the strike, but it's
Right.
like they're kind of kowtowing or kind of like acquiescing to whatever the corporation is doing. So the employees want to keep on striking. So my question is, let me tell you this first. How many people I know like how employees get paid on flights? From my understanding, is like sometimes when a plane lands, they don't get paid until like they're actually doing the work. So a lot of times you think they're getting paid the duration of time, they're not. So I think that's a big bone contention, right? It's just like if I'm in my uniform and I'm there, and regardless of if I'm not working on the plane,
Mhm.
and I'm still maintaining actually being paid the whole entire time.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I think with the airlines, I think workers do need to get paid more in general. I think what's happening is with most businesses, all the money goes up to the top and never comes siphons down to the bottom. It's weird because to me that they're already kind of having to recuperate costs from a lot of the federal here in the states. I know in the states and also other countries, they've actually the FAA has already kind of hit
Yeah.
fines and penalties. So now they're kind of recuperating costs by charging the consumer more money when it comes to like luggage and just travel fees, stuff like that. So I'm like, I think they need to figure that out and actually siphon the money back to the people who actually deserve it, which are the people who are working.
Because and also what needs to start happening in these corporations, they need to stop instead of like what they tend to do is when they're struggling more money, they'll charge the customers more money and say no, take money from the top and pay you from the bottom. Don't stop doing that, because what's going to happen? What all you're doing is you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Basically, what you have is when you raise prices, people stop going to the airlines completely, and then you have an issue with having not having money to pay anyone at all, right? So I think that needs to stop happening. We saw a bit of this kind of weirdness with remember I think it was Southwest Airlines where you used to get one free bag, I guess, and now they changed it where you charge, and it's like, why change something that was fundamentally what made your airline stand out of all the airlines? You're changing one thing that people and then people are going, what's the point? No one will travel with you anymore.
I agree. It's especially if you branded it so that you can get a free perk. Why would you take that away? You're right. It doesn't make any sense.
It's down. Yeah. So that's it for that.
Sure. Okay.
Here's
Sure. I have something. So there's been talks amongst Black mayors. They're feeling as though Trump is actually over policing different cities in the States. This comes from actually the mayor of Oakland is one of them. Alongside Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Baltimore, but they're feeling like they're being profiled, and they're saying that it's becoming unfair. People are being searched and searched at their own homes. I actually saw a video yesterday of someone smoking on their own porch, and ICE came up to them saying, "Hey, well, Trump's trying to mitigate, all the illegal people smoking marijuana and things like that." He's like, "Well, I'm smoking a cigarette. The guy goes, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm on my own porch. Why are you kind of trying to call me?"
Yeah.
So like it's becoming a kind of an over policing, and it's an overbearing of police trying to basically harass citizens. Mike, what do you think about this?
I mean, you get what you pay for. People voted for this man. I didn't, but I feel like people voted for this person. So I mean, I just feel like we're having a tough few years to go through, because I don't think this person is playing with a full deck. Period. Cheeto Puff on these full deck. And I kind of feel like all I say is it's like protect your family, protect your home, and just make sure you're good and that you don't make sure you abide by the law, because like right now it's crazy.
I would say now is a really hard time. I agree with you, Michael. I'd say like just protect your family, protect your peace. I'd say if you see police patrolling around your home, just honestly, even if you're on your porch, take it to your backyard. Like honestly, just I would not even be engaged. Just don't.
Your house is Salvador.
Yeah,
because I think right now it's a crazy time for those things. Yeah.
Where you go, bro? Yeah.
Okay, see, so about the there's a monsoon in Pakistan. So basically, I'm not sure. Do you have the clip for that?
It's right.
Let's see. Yeah, so the death toll from heavy monsoon floods in landslide Pakistan administered Kirmish continues to rise rapidly, with at least 307 people confirmed dead. Most of the data were recorded by disaster authorities in the mountainous Khyber, I can't pronounce the town, Pakhtunkhwa province in northwest Pakistan. At least 74 homes have been damaged, while a rescue copter crashed into operations, killing its 5 crew. Mark, what do you think about this?
Sad. I mean, no one likes a national disaster, especially when it comes to like other. I feel like when you're in a country that's already kind of, dealing with its own political things, and then having to have to deal with this on top of it, I feel like it's kind of. I mean, it's sad, but I think we also have to understand that global warming is a thing, and that in general, it's going to affect all of our environment, and we need to be more cognizant. I know my best. I try to do my best to recycle and to do my part. However, I know that if you guys don't know, like I was saying earlier to you before, like 90% recycling doesn't even go to recycle. It goes to trash. So it's like we still need to find better ways of keeping the environment, not just for us, but for our future generations to come, to make sure things, and also that.
Yeah, but there's also 6 ways. It's in my next flood. Sorry, it's another flood. So in Wisconsin, it's been a flood in Wauwatosa. With Wisconsin, severe floods struck the Midwest this weekend, dumping around like a foot of rain in Milwaukee, causing flooding and canceled the last day of the Wisconsin State Fair. The damage is also in the Nebraska prison, extended inmates to be moved. So again, another flood in Wisconsin too.
Yeah.
So do you think it's coincidental that this is happening, or you think that it's more like a is there a pattern, you would say?
I don't think it's a pattern, but I do think there is a through line when it comes to like a lot of earthquakes and natural disasters, and we're seeing a lot more of them now. Especially like we're seeing earthquakes in New York. You're seeing like weird things that don't normally happen in certain areas.
Yeah.
So I think that speaks to our Earth's actually warning us to make sure we protect it and make sure we do what we were supposed to make sure we don't do no harm to anyone, and also ourselves, because we're actually harming ourselves when we
also like I feel like we kind of I forget this too, that the Earth is actually alive. So we do things to it. It's like I feel like there's energy that's created that has to be repaid. Or so if you do anything negative, there'll be a negative outcome. You do something positive, a positive outcome. But you remember that the Earth is in a sense alive too, right? So it's good to remember that, right? Mark, what's your next story?
Sure. So I got the next story here. So my next story is going to be about. So I don't know if you guys heard about this story. Over 30 people rescued after being trapped on a Six Flags American ride. Prince George County, Maryland. 32 people were rescued after being trapped on a ride Saturday, according to the EMS department there. Crews responded to 13700 block of Central Avenue in Largo. 32 people were safely removed from the ride in roughly 30 minutes, with 4 people being medically evaluated. So, Mike, what do you think about? First of all, before we begin, so Mike, what do you think about roller coasters? Also, what do you think about this particular situation?
I love roller coasters so much. Love it. It's easy back in the day. The only ones you to really worry about was like the mom and pop carnivals to get, because the kind of rickety kind of like catapulty things could throw you off because it's built up and taken down first within a week or two, right? So now you worry about actual like theme park roller coasters. I just think that when it comes to budgeting and money, with people are going to tighten their budget. So what's the first thing that they're going to cut when it comes to budgeting is like the maintenance and the maintaining of the rides, right? So I think you'll see a lot more of this, because people don't have money, supposedly income, to go to music parks anymore, right? So I think that we got to like make sure that that the people who are actually, again, corporations that are running this, they have people who are in charge, that they actually spend the money what they need to, like take money out of your budget because you're at the top, and make sure that everyone's taken care of. You have to.
Yeah, I guess I could say from me, my brother's experience. Since we're young, we love roller coasters. So we rest we're from Virginia. There's 2 parks. There's Busch Gardens and Kings Dominion. All the time. But in general, the great thing about those 2 places is that they always have maintenance, and they'd always have checks, people coming in and making sure that the rides were safe to secure. I think this should not be no different for this particular situation. I definitely agree with you, bro. You should not cut costs when it comes to safety. You should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's. Can you get Lee? Can you get you on the screen for a minute? It's okay. Because I have a surprise story I want to talk about.
Oh God, yeah, I'm here.
So you like Puss, right? You like Puss, right?
I like what?
Puss.
Yes,
Cats,
yes, I do.
Cats.
I love
So
King.
this is a story. Funny. So your story. So basically, what scientists are trying to do, you guys didn't hear this. So what scientists are trying to do, they're trying to take phosphorescent, things like plants and things that naturally grow or whatever, and they're trying to basically slice that specific gene and put it into cats, so that cats will glow. When they'll glow in the dark.
Wow.
Glowing cats.
What do you think about this?
I think it's false, because to put fluorescent in anything would require poisoning it, for one.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just killing cats at that point. So
They want them to glow in the dark.
I would love to have a glow in the dark cat. I'll just say that.
You want a glow in the dark puss?
Yeah,
I would love a glow in the dark puss. Yes, I would. I would take that thing with me everywhere.
Now, what would you do with a glow in dark puss?
I would take that thing with me everywhere. Are you kidding me?
But can we just talk about imagine 90-year-old grandma trying to, middle of the night, whatever, and she's on her wheel still a glow in the dark cat.
Well, think about it this way. Think about it this way. You have service. You have service animals, right? So think of that 90-year-old grandma who can't find the light switch. All she got to do is call her puss out. Comes out.
Wait. Can we clip that? Can we clip that and make that a meme?
Yeah.
You just say
I don't know what King's Dominion is, but somebody's saying King's Dominion for the win, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's Ernest. Hey Ernest. So yeah. So King's Dominion, if you don't know, it's the ride, the roller coaster ride. Roller coaster park. That's actually in Virginia. It's one of the biggest parks there. So it's pretty cool. They have really amazing rides, and they also have gay days too. At King's Dominion, where they actually they'll shut it down for the nighttime. They have a whole, it's like a club inside. So,
yeah. Okay. Where did you hear this? Where did you hear this glow in the dark puss thing from?
Oh, it was in the news. It's in the news.
Okay, yeah, that is so false. There is no way.
No, it's real. Actually, because I did a background check on it to make sure it was real. And apparently, they've been working on it since 2011.
Do we not have anything better to do than work on glow in the dark cats?
But I want to glow in the dark dog. A dog we do. Why can we use dogs like that? Dogs are cute. People dog glow in the dark.
Well, okay, you know what? This isn't actually that far from the truth, because we have glow in the dark tattoos right now, so we can kind of make ourselves glow in the dark. Yeah, so I mean, it kind of works similar. I'm gonna guess.
Let's start from making us glow in the dark. Then that's how I said it.
Yeah, until you can't go to sleep.
That's true, or the person beside you can't go to sleep.
Yeah, I can see.
Just cover your partner with your entire blanket. Just shut up. It's so loud.
On my eyes. I can see me glow behind my eyes, so I was close to see some glow.
So, speaking of glow in the dark, have you heard about there's the roads in Australia? They have they actually have painted the roads glow in dark color, so that now at nighttime you can see the road better.
They should do that. I don't know why. I have an idea. I'll keep to myself because Pat and them might become rich. I'm gonna hold my ideas to myself.
Yeah, Mike, hold that thought.
Okay, so my was it my turn or your turn?
I think my turn. Yeah. So in Supreme Court, so you guys know the Supreme Court news. So they were formerly asked to overturn landmark for same-sex marriage. This comes from Kim Davis, the former Kentucky County Clerk, who was jailed 7 days in 2015, refused to issue marriage license to gay couples on religious grounds. So now that it's opened up the floodgates for them to have a conversation about overturning and changing back reversing gay marriage. So, Mike, what do you think about this situation and this story?
I mean, we might as well just get a time machine, go back 1950s. I mean, like, might as well just go and do that. I feel like that's exactly what's happening with this administration, especially. I feel like it's very it's very sad. It's kind of like, does it surprise me? Absolutely not. I feel like a lot more things are going to be overturned, and a lot more things are going to be taken away. I feel like people didn't really realize the consequences of what the vote means. People like will threw their vote away or voted for under false pretenses the way they thought what things were going to be, instead of voting with the reality of how things are right now and how it should be. I think, yeah, I feel like it's just part of the.
And you know the most ironic thing about this all is that the person who's actually spearheading this conversation is a woman who actually pretty much has gone through 3 marriages. Wasn't even fully divorced when she got her second marriage, and she's wanting to keep the sanctity of marriage for hypocrite. Isn't that very ironic?
I mean, it's very, the hypocrisy of it all is very sad. That's very sad.
The joke's right to those people.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the lighter. Are you
can I just say something? I mean, I'm looking at this picture here, and I see this kind of like
you married
look going on.
You married one too.
I'm not like I'm not trying to distract from like what is going on there, but like I'm not attacking or anything like that, but I kind of find that anybody who goes after like same sex or gay rights, whatever, they tend to wear the same outfit. And I'm not like, this is just fact for me. I feel like I could pull up a bunch of them and they'd all be wearing this kind of like moo looking.
You mean like Kato? You mean like Kato's plus? Like they're very like that. It's giving Frumpalina.
Frumpalina.
Giving
fire.
It's giving like you're mad because no one really hits on you.
No, honestly, but no, actually, it doesn't matter. But I think beyond that, I think the issue is like people want to be each other's business, and the government wants to over police things, and I feel like that's because of the person they put in office, and I feel like it's just like like I said, we're gonna be dealing with a lot of craziness for the next few years. So, am I surprised? No, but that means like the next time we get a chance to vote, we all need to vote smarter. Very smart, like not just go blindly into voting for anything, right?
Absolutely. And honestly, in this platform, we're a full read group. We will read you down. If you come, me and mine, we're reading you down. we don't play here.
That's true. Yeah. But that being said, regardless of what the lady's wearing or whatever, I mean, I feel like that's she's right to be whatever size she wants.
That's true. It's not about our size, you know.
It's not. It's about the heart. Your heart is effed up. Then that.
And honestly, and Temu makes XL stuff for everybody. So.
Yes. Anyway, all right. So I have another. We'll start going towards the end of our segment. Yeah. So, if you guys know Blackpink, there's a fight between Blackpink and Cat's Eye. So, what's really funny? Basically, there's a group called Cat's Eye. There's a popular actress. I think she was on High School Musical, Sophia Wiley. She found herself at the center of a heavy backlash after her remarks on the MTV red carpet. She basically what she said was, let's see what she said. She said, "Cat's Eye is my bae. I love Cat's Eye. I watch every single one of their videos. They just perform at Lollapalooza. My girls are going crazy, right?" And but then she said, right after that, and Blackpink, I love you, even though you're giving us nothing right now. I love you still, always. So I'm gonna start off first with this. I kind of feel like, real talk, I knew this will happen. So now you have K-pop kind of culture merging in with kind of the American market, and what you find is, in terms of like the concept is a great idea, but like in terms of like sheer population and like talent and dancing and whatever, I feel like in the States there's a lot more like you're gonna see a lot more actual dancers and actual like, because I think a lot of times in K-pop they don't have to do a lot of full on movements and stuff. But if you watch Cat's Eye, I mean, these girls, if you watch, they're doing splits, they're doing flips, they're doing everything, right? I feel like that is a totally different. It's like you know, P League compared to like the major leagues, right? It's totally different. I feel like K-pop, J-pop, and all the C-pop don't have to come with it. You're gonna have to actually start dancing, because I think these girls, Cat's Eye, they're good. And like I'm not tearing for Blackpink. Blackpink is amazing.
Love
I mean,
that.
like give it up for people who came before. You got to give people
Yeah, for sure.
respect. But when it comes to like sheer like talent, danceability, marketability, and like those girls in that group, they're all different.
Racials, yeah.
Yeah, with normally some monolith of in K-pop and J-pop.
Yeah, I have to say the same thing. I think that they have more global appeal because and they also, like Michael said, they dance, they sing, they are the to me, I find they're the next up and coming group. I mean, on my YouTube and Facebook feed and Instagram feed, all I have is Cat's Eye. They pops up because they're so good, and also they something about that connection where you're bringing different cultures together is something just magical about, and they all get along. So to me, I think that's a really great kind of thing. I think with Blackpink, I think their problem is their success is because they branch out different things like acting, other stuff where they can't always come together.
But be real, some of the girls are kind of lazy dancing.
Yeah,
like they're like some girls in the words just like
Jenny. I'm sorry, me too. I love me some Jenny. I love me some.
I love them too.
Jenny, girl, you've been. Girl,
but
you've been lacking.
I think the difference is when it comes to C-pop, K-pop, J-pop, they borrow other cultures and put it into their music. But that's cool. But you forgot the dance part, the actual dance part.
Yeah.
Well, like Cat's Eye is like they have the different cultures and the actual movements. And
don't get us wrong, K-pop people they do dance, but it's a difference between like full on choreography. The way Cat's Eye is doing it is it's like gymnastics, dancing. It's a bit of a mix of everything. It's not just like kind of the slow TikTok dancing stuff.
Yeah, so
that's all.
Yeah, I like you're going to see a big shift in the music industry because instead of just borrowing the culture and like just doing hand movements, actually have to start. They're I'll send you a clip later. They are like splitting and flipping and doing. They're off the chain. Those girls are going to go
really good.
Going to go. Yeah. Your turn, bro.
I
have one more. Tyler versus everybody versus US. So Tyler is in a big thing because if you guys don't know Tyler, she did the water song. Make me sweat, make me water. That song, right? What's the issues happen is I think the main issue is they're saying that her new album didn't have enough promotion behind it. They blame her PR team and her team for not promoting her music enough. But I think the major issue is because she actually did a interview with someone, and the interview she did interview they asked her what do you consider yourself, and she considers herself colored. She's just colored, right? So, and people in the U.S. found that offensive because if you didn't know, the colored term was used back in the day in a very derogatory way, right? Whereas instead of saying like I'm racially ambiguous or I'm this or that, she said she came to the U.S. and said I'm this, right? But understanding that in South Africa, the term color is still used. It's still used, right? Because they were colonized. They're still used, called color, right? But the issue, I think the major issue of this whole thing is Tyler, you're trying to make yourself big in the U.S. So when it comes to U.S., you have to understand how the culture is here. So it's different if we were in South Africa for sure. You can keep your stance. Say what you said and say it on business because that is what they say in South Africa. But you're here. So when you say I'm color and I don't care this how it is. This is how it is in South Africa. It's like you're being sensitive to the culture in the U.S. when you're trying to build your brand. So I feel like you have to be really careful about how you present yourself to different markets. Like for example, if I'm in South Africa, then I would say for sure, okay, I know I'm called this in the U.S., but in this terms, I'm called this. I'd be called this, right? So understanding appreciation, but saying, well, this is what it is. Deal with it. It's like, and if you guys want to watch D Chanel, she's her own channel. I love her, D Chanel. She's amazing. She said literally, why is it when it comes to the United States and other countries, like we're always supposed to be sensitive to everybody else's culture and be accepting and understand. But when people come to US and Black culture, people can just disrespect us completely or not us at all. What do you think?
No, I totally agree with you. I think to me, I have her album. I like that Tyler. Her first album was really good. I would say though, I agree. I think her marketing team needs to be more open to, I guess, the U.S. market and actually be closer tied to what happens in the States instead of in Africa. Because like you said, if you're trying to break through here, you have to know the rules for here. So you can't you can't play by the same rules. So I agree. But I think also she could be a bit more humble, because I honestly I love her music so much. I think she's the next Rihanna, to be honest. I feel like she could be the next Rihanna. But I think she just needs to be a bit more show a bit more humility when it comes to people and to other cultures, and also especially it's a weird situation. I feel like especially certain people like don't get me wrong, like Cynthia Erivo, I love her, I love her too as an actress, but they kind of like say little digs to African American people, like we're not doing, like you guys work hard. I'm like, but you guys don't understand, we love you guys, and honestly, not just that, you don't really know us like that to even make a blanket judgment about certain things, or even like if you don't know our culture, learn about it. Like we have to learn. Honestly, like it's okay to do your own research and learn about history. Like here, you want to connect with us. Like if you really want to learn our history.
Kind of, Jack. I think D Chanel, you guys watch her. I think she made a good point. Was like a lot of times, and when she's at this, the Africans will come to the States and like, you know, they'll say, oh, you're black. Oh, I'm not black. I'm African. I'm different. I'm like completely different. It's like you're, you know, I think again, culturally, you don't understand when you're in the U.S. It doesn't matter. You're a draw black bud. You're black. You're just straight for black. It's like you understand the culture, right? So, and I think that's kind of that kind of energy you're feeling with Tyler. It's kind of like, yes, be prideful where you come from. Yes, love that, and yes, love it. But don't to a place where you're now disrespecting the people who actually, you know, live where you're trying to build your market. So you have to kind of, I think she'll have to actually, like I think another thing they like when she had a bunch of awards, she made what's her name? What's her name?
Chloe Bailey.
Bailey, the whole award. It's like, it's like
Holly Bailey, right? Holly.
You gotta be, you know, that's Beyonce's understudy. You did to Beyonce's understudy. That's not smart.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's wrong.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So, do you talk about our pop culture corner before we leave, like the actual like anime or anything any of you watching?
Sure. So currently right now I'm watching. I'm so obsessed with Project Runway. It's back.
Oh, okay.
So good. Like, so if you guys don't know, there's a drag queen that was on RuPaul's Drag Race, Utica. She's back on to.
I met you, because really nice.
And honestly, like she's doing so good, but it's so good because I guess in our me, Mike, and Brent, we love artists and we love like connecting.
We love fashion in general.
We love fashion. So like honestly, like to see them like at their full form, like doing fashion and kind of seeing this already amazing drag queen doing like they're in their zone, doing beautiful fabrics, using beautiful, like making beautiful dresses. I mean, it's phenomenal. To me, it's such a good show. Heidi Klum is back, which is really good. And also we have Law Roach as a judge. You know, Law Roach is reading the girls down.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a really good show. I'd say that's too. How about you, bro? What do you?
Well, I'm seeing watching Dan, which is anime. I'm watching, which is good. I really like it. It's really good. It's very high school kind of thing, which I like. I like kind of like the younger energy, kind of like that kind of thing. It's very funny, and like demons and or witches and aliens. Just kind of hilarious. I think Lee had a show you want to talk about. Lee, do you have a show you want to talk about? Are you there?
Oh, I've got a couple of them that I've been on. The Dan. You keep Dan to Dan. No, that one I've watched that one too. Guy Chikatu. I can't even say that one back. But it's actually intense. It's really cool. The Rising of the Shield Hero is on season 4, so that's absolutely amazing right now. 2B Hero X. I just binged that one last night, and it's so cool because what they do is they actually flip the animation styles. They go from 3D to 2D to different styles of animation all the way through it, and it runs through different storylines as well. So it's actually a really cool one. I mean, there's a number of really good animes that have come to the front recently, actually. So, and I hate it because I'm always stuck like looking for a new anime, and then you find one, and then it's just like it's not done. So you gotta wait for the next episode. And you know, animes, it's nothing but cliffhangers on every single episode. So yeah. So Guy Chikatu is probably one of my top ones right now. It's just the storyline behind it is immense and it's crazy. I never thought I would get into the Rising of the Shield Hero, but that's 4 seasons in now, and I'm mad that I can't keep watching it. So
Oh,
yeah, there's a few really, really good ones up right now. If you guys have any recommendations, throw them in the chat. I'd love to.
Oh yeah, let us know. If you have any questions, let us know. What are you guys listening and watching? Let us know.
yeah, we're watching. Yeah, so now we came to the end of our show. I want to make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the content. Remember, sharing is caring over here. So we're gonna say goodbye for now. Anything else you want to say, bro, before we sign off?
No, I want to say thank you guys for our subscribers. Definitely, you'll see a lot more content coming in the future. We have a lot really cool, amazing projects in the future coming up very, very soon. Not just that, also we have a couple of people who want to come and interview on our show as well. So
Yes,
looking out for that. But for us to do those things, please make sure you're like as my brother said, make sure you're on our social media. Make sure you're messaging us. Tell us what you want to hear.
yes. So thank you so much for your time, everybody. We'll see you next time. That's it here at the Luxurious Lounge. We'll see you next time.
See you in the next function.